One of the group took a phone call and left the room. He was gone for quite some time and then called me out of the room and just told me he'd had a call from one of his friends back home in Newham, that a close friend of his had been shot and killed. And obviously the weekend has been impacted by that.
Today is the last day I'm always going to remember it. Because when I look at the reality of things, if I wasn't here, it would have been me yesterday. If I wasn't on this residential, it would have been me yesterday. If I didn't come here, I would have been out at that time with him at the same place. Now God knows, it could have been either me or him. Now it hurts, but I'm gonna take it as a lesson. And it's gonna hurt.
They could have gone home, got embroiled in all the aftermath of these horrible incidents, but they stayed here and pushed themselves and learned about themselves, and the reflection that they've had on who they associate with, how they live, is immeasurable, I think. For them, this has been a turning point.
I spoke to my sister. She said to me, I'm blaming myself and saying I made him the way he was. She says that's not true, that's not right. But if that's what I believe, then cool. But then she switched it and she flipped it on the head. She says if you're able to make people angry because you felt angry, why can't you turn other people and make them into leaders and push them as leaders? She says you have to be the role model, because right now everyone's looking to you. I think I did what I came to do, stepped out of my comfort zone. Still gonna feel uncomfortable, but I did it. Yeah.
So this weekend, young people are going through a process or a program where they're being stretched. So there may be some physical activities, like an assault course, where they're just made to feel a little bit uncomfortable. For some of these young people, that might be the first time that they've done that activity. That includes things like team building, communication skills, but we also embed in there opportunities for them to overcome their fear. Try something new, something different. Just come slightly out of their comfort zone so that they have an experience that they're okay, that they have some resources which they can use in their real lives. Young people nowadays are potentially vulnerable to other people's agendas, whether it's being involved in gang violence, whether it's getting involved in petty crime, or more serious things like radicalization or grooming. If they don't find their own voice, if they don't find the leadership capabilities that they've got, that by not knowing, by not exploring those things, that they're taking other people's agendas. And that's been a very powerful thing. It's increased their resilience.
Before coming, I was going down a bit again. So coming here, it just made me realize that I'm not the only one there, and there are bigger things and bigger problems, and everyone's struggling, and if we all opened up a bit more, we can help each other. So perhaps opening up and talking about problems and facing them taught me how to overcome them and accept them.
Personally, me, I never talk loud or just get involved with people or talk to them. You guys helped me a lot, and today it was an amazing team I had. those guys, I never did what I did today. It was I don't know. Any situation that I got, anything, even if it's big thing, I just gonna take it that it is small, like this. It's just
The links between gang violence, domestic violence, radicalisation and terrorist violence, extremism of any kind, white nationalism, it's all linked. It's all linked to the same root causes. If people feel powerful and secure in who they are and what they can achieve, they are unlikely to be manipulated to become part of any of that activity.
I've tried therapy for so many years and it hasn't helped me. The powerful part for me was the meditating part, when Robin and Bob asked us to close our eyes. And when we did, they were talking about how the past doesn't define who you are. And everything they were saying was just so powerful, it hit home. And at that moment I realised that old me is dead now. And I have the power to be whoever I want. I can't explain it, it was just really, really powerful. It really hit me. And I feel like it was a great way to end this week.
In this program that we've included one-to-one coaching, we've seen results that have lasted 1 month, 2 months, maybe up to a year. Their environment takes over. Their old patterns that serve them for a limited amount of time and perhaps are not serving them, they fall back into those old patterns. So having a coaching element, a point of reference, a continuation of that meaningful space is hugely important.
A lot of things that I find hard and to deal with is being consistent in everything. It doesn't matter if it's training, praying, it doesn't matter. Even if it's moving a cut from a certain place, I have a big problem with staying consistent. And I think that's what I want to go back and fight, because I'll be consistent for about say 2 weeks, and then I'll fall back right in that same hole, and I've got to start all over again from A. And then I'll get to about D, and I've got to start again. So my biggest problem is staying consistent in everything. Training, looking for work. I think I knew all my patterns before, but I didn't know how to adjust them. So now I've learned how to adjust them and recognize what these patterns are. For example, the days that I don't feel like training, like Bob said, it's not that you're not capable, you're just feeling a bit uncomfortable because you don't want to do it. That's all it is. Yeah, if you can push past that level, feeling of I don't want to do it, this, that. But if I'm honest, I've never really been outside my comfort zone ever. Except now, before meeting Catalyst and meeting Rob and I was never outside my comfort zone because I hate public speaking. I don't like it. People say, "Nah, man, you're really good at it," but I can't see it because I feel like I'm stuttering. I feel like my words they're not flowing. But yeah, man, there's progress every day.
This course has helped me so much. I've learned so much. I feel a new person right now. Before the course, I was just that guy. I would just, stay in my room, bang my laptop, maybe draw a picture or something. But now I'm hosting talent shows. I'm going to word of mouth performances. I'm going to be going studio next week to record my first tracks. For the first time for a long time in my life, I'm actually taking charge of myself to take myself places. And it's brilliant. I just feel so positive, despite the lifestyle that I own. I am living in a hostel, and I'm not saying that life has gotten easier, but my approach to dealing with these problems has changed dramatically, and it's brilliant. I mean, I just feel great. I actually feel great. And a lot of people have noticed it, I walk on my head higher now, you know. My chest maybe a bit more squared, like I've got purpose instead of how I was before.